Please set up the please. We are about to commence. Please set up the seat. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. ANUPA. Of service. You're welcome to the edition of the one-on-one chat. We've been on a long break for a while due to some circumstances or situations beyond our immediate control. But we thank God we are here today. Please let us rise and take the swan tent, and we go to business straight away. Thank you. Set on this event. Without wasting further time, ANUPA. Let me quickly recognize the chairman of today, of course, in absentia, Mr. Bandili, Mr. Oyelaka Bandili Francis. Of course, the secretary of the association is going to be sitting on his behalf. So please join your hands together as I call to the right Mr. Yomi Obakon. Of course, the person who will be tapping from this fountain of knowledge today is no other person. The Deputy Registrar. It's Tade Adenugba. Please don't do that, sir. One. And of course, let me quickly recognize our senior officers there. Of course, a national officer for that matter. The Deputy Registrar and Secretary, the Postgraduate School College, Mr. Tade Adenugba. He was one national officer that had done this institution proud at ANUPA level. ANUPA. Yes, of course, we have our guy here from Council and Legal Affairs Division, Mr. Abiodun Onomoga. Of course, the Okola before, now they are now not Okola, they are now please join your hands together for Ms. Atza Adewa, minor service and general admin. You're welcome. Yes. Of course. Just no. Of course, let me give the mic to the chairman to give us a welcome and opening remarks.
ANUPA, Administration for Service. I want to start by appreciating all our DMs. We want to continually appreciate you for the love you have for ANUPA and for the love you have for this university. You have been wonderful. I want to appreciate you and thank you most sincerely for leading us aright. And I want to also thank the guest for today. I know he's come well prepared. And I believe ANUPA members here present too have prepared different questions. I know, because as an HR officer, I know a lot of questions will be asked. And he's fitted and ready to answer all our questions. So we put in there down. The registrar will soon join us. He has said that once we start, he's going to come and so they have another visit. Just come and chip in one or two words before we conclude this program. We don't want to waste our time. We want to go into the program immediately. And we want us to please listen to him, take time to put down our questions and our points, so that at the end of the day, we will benefit maximally. I want us to note too that we are being watched too by our colleagues in other universities, as we have been doing. And I believe today's program is going to be enjoyed by all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Please let us give him a round of applause. ANUPA, Administration for Service. You guys say this fast, don't be get on. Yes, let me quickly recognize, of course, one of the deputy registrars here, admissions, Mr. Ademi Lukman at Pesoy. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to commence. Of course, let me just try to open up what we expect from our guests. The one-on-one chat. Of course, from inception, their offices will pass through. Of course, those offices you went through, they had challenges. And how you maneuver those challenges. If you had opportunities of going back to those offices, what are new things you feel you bring on board? And of course, the president's office you have, what is the tax? What is the schedule? Thank you, sir. Please let us join our hands together for Mr. Tade Adenugba, Deputy Registrar of Management Division. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to start with this prelude. Some of us who belong to this part of the world, the Yoruba, as a song that when they sing it, you know that something great has happened with that. When I was about to be introduced, there was a clap from the back that was so powerful. And that reminds me of a song that says, Ile Awakun. Everyone for this great opportunity. Let me sincerely appreciate the deputy rector here, beginning from Mr. GDC, who has been my boss, my mentor over the past year. That deputy registrar too, I appreciate you. You are welcome to the gathering. All other members of ANUPA, it's a privilege that you are coming. I believe that this particular program is going to be a kind of interactive session, not only little. And when we get there, we understand what I mean. Sincerely, I did not want to come to them to come and work. It was just a mere special privilege I had that time. I believe it was not good time for me to come. You know, when the opportunity for Tade came to me, I locally came to come and apply by motivation from one of my friends. Then I was meant to have a job in either company or one of the new generation banks. And I meant it. I've gone through that GMAT. I said the next interview I will attend, I will be taken by one of these people. But it did not happen that way. I applied to get Tade and I was taken. I was just here for just short to me because the salary there was not anything to write about 6,500. And then I started. But one remarkable thing is that wherever you have been destined to be, you will definitely be there. After my appointment in this place, no other organization ever invited me for interview. Upon all the applications I've sent out, so I just believe, well, maybe this is where God wants me to be. And then I decided to stay. And after my employment here, I've secured employment in 2 places. But at every point, something just happened that I will not go. And here, I think by the grace of God has been using us. I joined the service of the university, the 10th Tade on the 14th of October 1999. Please let's celebrate the registrar. Yeah, we go. In 1999, 2014, and I was posted to the then establishment department. Establishment department was one that time. It was about a year after I got there, they split it into 2. They called one senior staff and junior staff. And I was posted to senior establishment unit. In that place, as AO fresh from town, you know, I was assisting my HUD then, Mr. F. Sugar was my HUD, preparation of job advertisement, shortlisting candidates, and arrangement for interview. Then, as AO, we are doing the secretarial coverage for those interviews that time. So we are exposed to the issue of advertisement and the likes. And again, when people want to get promotion, assist the head of department to process the promotion papers, confirmation, and the likes. So when we go back on promotion committee, we just stay at the back to see what they are doing. At times we take our notes, and when we give our notes out, also that time our head of unit will prepare his own and just push our own aside, meaning that there is nothing to write about in this what we have done. The reason why I'm saying is this: that some of us who are just coming in and you write the memo, you write the paper, and your boss is scrutinizing it. Don't give up. Every one of us started in that. So when my draft is given back to me, a lot of panel beating will have been on it, and eventually the man will never use it. And I love it because I was trying to get used to the system. But I was the time I challenged my boss. I said, why do you like to be doing things the way others have been doing in the past? Go to the fact that we stay in template there. I said, we cannot have creative. The people that are not practicing, so said, no, the way that you do it, just go and look at the file and ask to do it. I said, okay. But there and then I devised a meeting. But when I want to write a memo that time, you say, someone will say, I'm asked. You say, I'm directed. But I said, my own, I will say, I have been asked. And since today, that's the system I've been using. If you see I've been asked in the university, I originated. Yes. Because I'm not proud of myself, because people don't have initiative. Let us introduce something to make this system go. Even though I was not planning to stay that long, but I felt we needed to think because when with my employee, I went to next one. Let me also do something. Okay. So at the same time, people of initiative. So it's going to bring to bear our initiative every time. So our duties, like I said, like that, processing of new matter, personal project preparation. We are also responsible for posting and deployment of staff. When you are in a staff, that's an assiduous task for you to do. It's not as easy as people may think. For you to post A to B and ensure that B also goes to where it's supposed to be. It's not an easy task. So that time our boss will call us in the round table, okay, where will this one go? Where will that one go? And that does not mean that that will be the end of it. But when you get to the registrar also bring out his pen, panel it, and do it the way he wants to do. But we are giving that opportunity to do it. So any of us can find ourselves in a establishment of this. Now, human resource, that's what we do. Now, after my encounter in an establishment office for about 2 years, in 2002, I was posted to a particular department, which is now part of HRM today, and that department is called Staff Development and Welfare Department. And then we started it with my boss, Mr. Dibisu, the pioneer HUC of that particular place. The two of us were there, and then a lot of things were happening in terms of staff training, staff development, and the like. But one lesson I learned that time is that if you have not worked with the person, no matter what you talk about him or her, don't judge until you are able to move and work close to that person. That person may have his own principle or our own principle. That does not mean that the man or the woman is bad. So the day I was posted to that office, someone called me and said, you are in problem. You are in soup. I know what happened. That you know, go. Then why? Just go and come back. We were there for 2 years plus. A day, he never raised up his voice on me and said, what did you do that for? No. We walk, yeah. No single day. I say, no single day. I don't just see that. No single day. And the reason is this, when you understand your boss and you are a wise person, you should be able to know how to manage it. That's the multi issue that I will encounter in the office. I know that when it comes, it will be a problem. I will have gone to his house in the morning. I've seen that, there's an issue I've come to discuss. What is the issue? I will discuss it and we are going to it. So when you come to the office, work continues. But some people who just like that, you come and meet me here. When you come, it will not be fire for fire. I never allowed that to happen. And then for 2.5 years, we worked together. It was very exciting. So that at times I want to organize a workshop, you'll be asking me questions. Okay, which one do we do now? I will be the one to determine what we are going to do. So I did a machine. It's good like that. Then we are good to go. So when they post to a place, get them first. Don't think someone there is a monster or is a very wicked person. Work with him or her. You know that the best of that person will come out for you if you are ready to work with him or her. In that place, we deal with that with transfer of service matter, which is still there now. We handle the computation of pension, gratuity, and other retirement benefits, which have been taken to pension office now. We have agencies on retirement matter, handling of resignation, withdrawal of service and retirement method, new staff induction and orientation activities, and the likes. We also process study leave applications. We provided secretarial and follow-up action in respect of meetings with the staff union. And I'm sure all this responsibility, except the pension, are still in staff welfare department. In 2004, after spending 2 years in the staff development and welfare department, I was posted to a particular unit called Special Duties Unit. That was the first time that unit was created. And then, I don't know, I was the only one posted to the unit as head of unit, the head of unit without any staff. It was about a few months later that another person of his blessed memory, Mr. Makinde, was posted to that place that we worked together. In that place, our major duty was to cover management meetings. So every week, we are holding, the 10 college we are holding management meeting, and I will have prepare my minutes, all manner of things to do it. But I discovered that when I get to the meeting, there will be a lot of discussions. This one correcting A, that one correcting B. We can use about 30 minutes because the provost there was critical when it comes to minutes working of work upon it. So one day I told myself that this issue can be resolved. Of course, nobody can know it all. I've tried my best in this matter. So by the time I write my meeting, I will make sure that the meeting will come up by Tuesday. By Thursday, I will ensure my minutes is ready. It could be 10 pages, 20 pages. I will ensure it's ready by Thursday. And the person that used to antagonize and analyze them very well, I will take the minute to him. Sir, please help me vet. He will vet it, and the day of the next meeting, there will be no issue. And if there are issues, he will be the one to be attacking them, defending the minutes. So I had my peace of mind. So that is also when you are writing your minute in that report, make sure you give to the chairman or whoever you think is yes, I give it to a letter so that when you go to that page, they will be the one to be addressing the matter. So we cover management meetings and then do follow up for management meetings, we write action sheets and the like and the like. I was there for 2 years. I was there for 1 year, and then 2005, May precisely, I was posted to the office of the registrar, as the, and then I was AR, I was AR in charge of the registrar's office. And the registrar I worked with that time, Dr. Kevika, very cerebral person, we can never beat him to it. At times you say, go and vet this thing for me, and I've done vet it. You give it to me again, go and vet it again before you bring it. So I've done everything. Now, if you are assistant, if we post that, I've done everything now. Then I give it to him, he just say, what about this? What about this? The thing I've vetted, I've tried and vet, so he can see anything. You think you are so professional, he sees something, and it helped me a lot. Gave me the opportunity to be very meticulous in dealing with issues of rights. I gained a lot from him. In that, what was I doing? I spent 5.5 years with him in that particular office. There, I became from AR, I became S. In fact, when I was there as AR, and that time there was right placement. They replaced me back to AO1 in that same office, and later I became AR again. I became SAR in that same office. What was I doing? A lot of job. I was doing secretarial coverage for all the meetings that pertain to the registrar's office. I ensure proper running of the registrar's office, supervising all income and outgoing mails, receive and every mail that comes to the registrar's office, I must see them before others. I will arrange it, put the one that have priority attention on top and the other one at two. I will arrange before I give it to him. As far as secretary to various meetings he posted, and I was also doing follow-up action concerning so many matters that we want to report at management meeting at that time. It was an office that was so enjoyable because when you're in the registrar's office, you are as good as the registrar of the place because there's no schedule. At times, my guy will come to him to ask something, he will not be able to answer. He will say, call me Tade because it's my second brain. So whatever I cannot remember, I will be the one to furnish you with it, and then before you know it, things are going on. And one particular thing I also learned from him is how to attend to visitor. I'll be in that office, we can be there till 6:30. The time some people will come from Africa and don't come and see the register. 6:30. So when they go, sir, some people are outside, they want to see. If you see the man will crumble to the last. What are they doing? What are they looking for? They don't know that time has gone. I don't have time for all this. Let's close and go. And it's like, okay, let me just see them so I can close. The time the man just knock the door and enter, oh, how are you? My brother, my sister, you are coming. I hope you have no trouble on the way. Oh, you are welcome. Please sit down. He will discuss as if he has never grumbled behind the scene. And then when the man goes, I say, sir, I could see you discussing seriously without no mind. I would not know, but I'm coming out of that. So it also gives me a privilege to know that that's the way to attend to wisdom, no matter what you pay, because they are coming from outside, they don't know you that's in the office by 6:30. What are you doing? It shows that you want people to know that you are there. That's why they are meeting you. So I get a lot from him, and I believe it's been helping me since this time. From there, I was moved to Council of Affairs Unit in 2011. to 2013. Then we had council and we're having our meeting. The duty we perform in council affairs has not been different from the one that we perform now. Coordination of all activities for the smooth running of the unit in order to achieve the university goals. Secretarial corporate and administrative follow-up action for governing council meeting. Secretarial corporate and administrative for finance and general purposes committee. Then administrative service for tender board and tender subcommittee of the university. Now, that particular schedule, tender board and tender subcommittee. I remember when I came to the university, then college, they wanted to have one tender board, and then the then registrar called me to come and clerk the meeting with the provost, and I clerked it. And then I was on that schedule for about 15 years. I was not changed until when I left the registrar's office in 2011. That the schedule was taken in. I gained a lot in issue of tender, but they sent me to the workshop that time on tendering, and I really get a lot. All these ones are not really part of my schedule, but because the first this one can do some things, and as they're using me like that, I was getting so many things. So when you are given an assignment that outside your schedule, don't grow, it's for your development. It's going to make you a total person eventually as you are climbing up on your schedule. So in 2013, the governing council ceased to be in existence, and we are there for about 3 months. And I felt, no, we cannot just be here doing nothing. Myself and Mrs. Sugule, we are the lecturer that said, well, pending when council come, we want to be replaced on our office. Not be sitting here without doing anything. And we were deployed to exams and records unit. There we spent 6 months plus. And there then too, we knew everything about exams and records. At times, because of my, let me say, anxiousness to do work, I would carry so many files to the house, not knowing that I was doing it against the rule. Because if anything should happen to those files in your house, you'll be questioned. So I was so silly. I can pack about 55 inside the vehicle and treat them at home. So later I realized that if anything should happen to this file, nobody will listen to me, and I stopped it. So I was just being serious to handle all those things. That time, the head of that place was not available. I was the one that was standing in exams and records. No, there's one particular schedule in registrar's office, council affairs, that I also engage myself in, is writing of speech. Writing speech is part of our schedule as I was saying. I wonder this day why some people will be running away from it. When I was AO2, I was in a sergeant division that time. They said we should go and bring draft for governor's speech. And I put in all my best to ensure that, well, I'm going to do this work. And I was happy on the convocation day that was my speech that the governor read as AO2. So then I just believe anything is possible if you want to give your heart to it. You don't need to become a deputy registrar. You don't need to become principal assignment before you can write good speech. It was my speech that was written, and my then boss was not head like this. Was looking at my face and the guy, how would you I know the power. So it's a good thing that we should just invite and people. When you are giving assignment of such, make sure you do it from depth of life. It's a learning process. So we spent 6.5 months in exams and records, and then we are posted back to council affairs. In exams and record office, what were we doing? We are handling the confirmation and issuance statement of results, letters of attestation, academic transcripts, confirmation of pass lists and certificates, general planning and supervision of all the activities of the unit, and the likes. And then we also provide administrative support for university matriculation ceremony. So everything that's still doing there today were those things we did that time that we did. So we went back to our office in 2011, in 2013, and May 2014, I was posted out to student affairs office as student affairs office. In that office, I encountered 3 major challenges. The first week that I was in that office, there was student unrest in the campus. And then everywhere was burnt, there were vandalization here and there. So they considered the panel that I was secretary. I just started in that office and a lot of things were happening. What's going on? And by the time we finished the panel work, the report was like this, very, very voluminous. We have to bind it and then serve. It was like an encyclopedia of student affairs. So it took 2 time, but I ensured I did my best to ensure that that report was submitted. The second challenge was that when we got there, student affairs at that time, we discovered that the passports had been prepared. I don't know how it happened. Some names have been submitted that were not supposed to go for NYSC. And I told my dean, I said, there's a way out. Because the first time I went to NYSC to present this, they told me that literally, if anything should happen to this list, you will be responsible. So sign here. I signed. I told my dean, we will not allow such thing to take us off track here. Let us ensure that we put a stopping to it. So when the call-up letter came, that was the time that we still come and collect call-up letters here. We sieved out those ones that are not supposed to go for service. We kept them somewhere. And the then subdean was also zealous to help us do some of those things, kept those call-up letters in his office. I said, go and bring them out. After all, I only want to tell you. The following one, they just came to me and said, I don't know what is happening. My office has been bugged. Your office bugged. And so I hope our call-up letters are not bugged at all. I said, I'm not checked. Let me go and check. He checked. He said, why not share them? They have taken away all the call-up letters. And students were outside waiting for their call-up letters. What will happen? So we started working on it, and eventually we discovered that the call-up letter stolen by about 21. So that time we created a problem. I was operating NYSC office Abuja weekly to go and lodge complaint that those people that whose call-up letter are still with us should not be mobilized by NYSC. But to my dismay, the last time I went there, they told me, Mr. Man, shut up. What are you talking about? All these people, they are already serving. How come? They said, look, even in that August gate at your nose, one person, they come and see the call-up number. OGG. I said, what? They are serving. Don't deceive yourself here. I came back, and the owner of the call-up letter, some of them were crying here, waiting to be mobilized. So he took the then vice chancellor, Professor Biladi. He listened to one program of NYSC one night, where the director of mobilization was making mouth about how NYSC is so efficient, this and this. And the following day, he went to Abuja and went to his office and said, well, Mr. Director, I watched your program yesterday. I love it. The way you are talking about the efficiency of NYSC. For the past 2 weeks, we have been telling you to demobilize some people. You said you will do it until you see concrete evidence. I will now go to the press and inform the press that NYSC is not efficient. The man said, no, madam, just wait. Let's see the director. That day, all of those people were immobilized for camp. But in this stuff there, because they are immobilized, some of them did not leave. We now have to get to the root of this matter. So this I will go to 3 states. He went to Abia State. Yes, he traveled to Abia State. He traveled to 2 states to go and get some of those people. Eventually, in Abia State, he got 2 of them by using the fake call-up letter. When they were created, he interviewed them. They said, yes, they sold it for us. They sold one for 85,000 that time. The second one was 65,000 that time. It was so done that they stole the call-up letters and they did fake tax result for them to be able to be mobilized. Well, that one said, I'm going to take this to Stanford, they will tell us the source. But then I said, these people are not criminal. You can say they did this in your school, but what we do is that we release them outside this camp. When they now get to outside the camp, you can arrest them. Because the subpoena was there with array of policemen. They bundle them, take them down. So when they release them and they left camp, they disappeared sitting there. Not get it till today. So that was a great challenge that that time, the second one, and I felt these students are here. God will help us. There was a day that there was a year that call-up letters were brought like that. Ignorantly, I took the call-up letter home. All of the call-up letters. So I don't know how God helped me. It was God. I was coming the following morning to come and bring all the call-up letters for distribution. And on the way, something happened. My vehicle just entered one pit, and we are trying to wash it and like. My wife was in the vehicle. I told her to sit down, but she came down also and locked the door. Everything locked, including key. We could not leave the place. So we are trying to force the door open. We are just from about 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. So the back to go and call my paramedic went through one way and brought me back from another place. I didn't know God was doing. And by 11 o'clock, the door was open. And when we got to the campus, we have marketplace holding in front of student affairs. The student doing all manner of things, I call up letter, this and this. So when they saw me, they said, my phone, everything was in the car, so they could not reach me. They could not reach out. But we thank God, the call of letter was displayed. But the lesson there is that around between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, some guys were waiting for me on the way to actually collect all the call of letters and disappear with them. And you know that one will mean a lot to me and to the university. That can even lead to loss of job. But God helped me to hold that particular vehicle in that venue until they left where they were playing ambush for me before I came to the campus. I'm going to. So, if you don't do it by that, say yes, I'm competent. You can never do it. We should better depend on God who can sort us out in all areas. So God always make a way out of no way for us. And finally, students are there. There were some students that need to be arranged before the disciplinary committee that time, and their records were perfectly done. We supposed to be invited them, and all of a sudden I was at home around the clock, and I discovered that student affairs is on fire. Fire. I got there. My office was break down. You know what was their mission? Just come and burn student affairs office so that all the records of the anomalies would have been burnt along. So many things were destroyed. Unfortunately for them, the laptop that posted all their list was kept in another place entirely. So the place was burned. We are taken to police station. And all manner of things, you know, the police detained us. It was a serious matter that even my staff here, could not even trust me again. Because I was there, I went to Abuja, they came to pack them to the station, and I came back, they said they're coming in the station. I said, no, I'm not going to the station. I'm just arriving from Abuja. I'm not going to. I didn't know that my staff were there. So the police just told them in the night, when your SO said you come and talk to them tomorrow. So you are going to stay here this night. Unknown to me. I got to stay there to follow money. None of them could greet me. And you go share it. Not know that they put step in that place overnight. We sorted out the matter. It was 2 months later that we were holding a meeting, and one said, we started the police station, you are aware that you are there, you went to your house to sleep. I said, I didn't know you slept there. We slept there. Did you see this tutorial that you said you will not come that day, that you come and pay them before me? So this is as hard a job, but no matter how hard it is, once you are doing it from there to that, God will always make a way where there seems to be no way. In student affairs, our duties, orientation of students against all forms of antisocial behavior within the campus, compilation of graduate lists for NYC mobilization, handling of student union matter, including conduct of student union election, handling of issues related to student association, compilation of student lists for scholarship and award, supervising hostel accommodation activities, enforcement of decent dressing among students on campus, then you liaise with the university and host committee for peaceful coexistence. Those are activities, and then it was so serious. But anybody can get to student affairs if you know that you want to do what is right. You won't have any problem. From there, I was posted to the new College of Vocational and Technology Education at Pioneer College of that place. And there, we also tried. I was fortunate to work with the dean that time, who is the current vice chancellor of the university. I was the college officer, he was the dean. And then we tried our best. Then I was secretary to college board, secretary to board of examiners, secretary to head HOBs and this committee, secretary to all other committees of the college, supervision of honor staff in the college, welfare and counseling of students and the like. But one thing I gained from the college, you know, any posting given to you, don't be angry. It may be preparing for another job you don't know in the future. I was in that college and I had knowledge of how these promotion papers are being presented, how they were being done, and the like. So when I got to HRM, that was the first thing that would have posted challenges to me. But I've learned them in the college. So when issue came on them, I already have ready-made answer on them. So God took me to that place to learn the rudiment of academic staff promotion. So when I got to HRM, it was helping. So I was there for 1 year. In the voted for 1 year. When I got one day, I said, look, I'm here on transit too. I'm sure very shortly they will move out of this place. And truly, a year I was moved out of that. Now brought me to the present office that called Establishment Division, which is now Human Resource Management Division. I've been there since February 2018 to date. God has been helping us. Like I highlighted the other time in the establishment office, what we are doing in human resource management are just details. Handling of personnel matters for staff. Then we used to have senior and junior staff, but now we have academic staff matters, we have non-teaching matters, we have staff plan and statistics, and the staff training and welfare of that time that stood alone has now been merged with us in HR. So those are our functions. We handle personnel matters. We serve as secretary to A and B, both junior and senior. We coordinate shared interview with applicants for the purpose of employment. We cover interview meetings for all cadre of staff, preparation and provision of statistics and other information on university manpower and staff qualification. Then supervision of the staff in the division, performing another duty. These are my schedules, and in those schedules we have some specific days that need to be known. As you can't learn them immediately. As you move on, you encounter them. That office also serving as secretary of the system, staff investigative and discipline matter. So it's not the experience is all embracing, it's not the capacity. And then if you work in HR, I don't believe that any other unit that not work. I'm very sure the percentage of people in ANUPA, if we do the percentage, about 60% of them will have worked with us in HR in the past 5.5 years. Before I close this particular interactive session, I just want to point our attention to some things as administrative staff that we should know. Because of the VUCA nature of our working environment, administrator needs some basic skills to attribute that can help you to do your work. And those are part of the things that is helping us to also move forward. Some of us will be saying, what is VUCA? I will tell you. When we say VUCA, we talk about volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguity. Our system is a very volatile system that cannot predict where it can go anytime. Our system is so uncertain that when you are expecting this one will happen this time, it will not happen. So as administrative staff, we have to go in line with dictates of the season. Our system is so complex. It can be HRM today, tomorrow, just wake up, they take it to another place, from next tomorrow, they take it. So it's a complex system that if you don't understand how to work in it, you have problems. Then our system is so ambiguous. Ambiguous in that you cannot boast of knowing at least almost everything that happens here. If you are versatile with staff matters, you will not be versatile with academic matters. So it's ambiguous that you need to train yourself as administrative officer. And that's why they move us from one place to the other, so that you can become a total administrative person. So with this now, there are some skills you need. Confidentiality is one of them. This confidentiality, I want to set an example, and that's why I'm bringing it up. If you are not confidential in your duties, they will not respect you. That something happened in your unit, you are the one that bugging it. I used to tell my staff, look, if anything should leak out, I know information can leak you, but let it not be from this place. There are many where information can leak, but let it not be from our end. Information can leak out anytime. But if you are confidential, people will talk about your confidentiality. They want to trust you with jobs of high integrity. But if you are like tap that just through anytime, they relegate you. That's something they will not call you. That's the time that our former registrar, Mr. Obuyemi, is just a memory, was attending interview for registration. And by privilege, I was also there to flag it. Now, after the interview, so many people went to him. That's your boy. Tade, your group, we are going to ask the boy performance in interview. So he told me that he was also wondering that he didn't come to my place. For about 2 or 3 months when the result was announced, I avoided him because I cannot be with him and he will ask me some questions I will not talk. So the best way for me is to avoid him totally. And that time, I avoided so many people I need to avoid because once you say something, that's what they will hold. And if it's not like that in the future, they look at you, it's just like fake information. So after the result was announced and I went to Bavaria, okay, you don't fix me. You are very bad person. People told me. I said, Moshe, for the past 3 months, you refuse to even tell me the result of the interview. How can I tell you? So that now say, in fact, I'm happy with your conduct. That, if you are not to tell me, I will have another impression about you. So confidentiality is very, very necessary. It makes you to be trusted. There was a time that circulation was to be done. 3 of us were in that place. And then that takes you to the next point that trust yourself and trust nobody on this job. Don't say this one is my friend and let me tell you this one. He will come back to make sense of you. Trust yourself. Don't trust anybody. We finished the circulation process. I was the one that flagged the thing and I gave with the report. I kept them in a very, very remote area in my office that nobody would thought of going there to check it. About 2 months later, the registrar just called and said, "Oh boy, God, you were in there. No, it's the market thing about this is." And I look at it, this is the document I get. How come? Okay, I'm going to and to be daddy, and now they go and sit down. I know you are not the one that leaked it. I'm very, very sure. That's the place of trust. If you don't trust me, if you didn't trust me that time, you would have been thinking that possibly this one too could have done it. Then you are not the one. But I want to come and follow. I want to tell them, man. But so I know you are not the one. But the amazing thing inside the matter is that all of us in the office, we are looking at ourselves like this. Meanwhile, one of us went there, leaked the thing, and we are looking at nobody to say, "Hey, so trust nobody, trust yourself. Don't put an information that is so important in care of someone, thinking that that person is enough to keep it for you. Keep it by yourself. Because when the shit are down, they will use it against you. As an administrative officer, you must have technological skills. This day of social media, you know, as an officer, I was still talking in the past. They are not relevant. One for a conference in Lagos about a week or 2 weeks ago. A lot of things were coming out there. Come and see the soft person, very young and vibrant person. They are IT people. The era we are in is IT time. If you are not there, you are not there. Don't be BBC, born before computer. Some people are literally, they are literally afraid when it comes to computer and what is happening. Go and begin to learn it because there will be a time that people will not be relevant if they cannot align themselves with the technological needs and demand of this job. We have so many areas that we learn. Social media use, email administration, word processing, online meeting, and the like. Those are the things that is ready now. And if you are not denying it, forget it. There was a time I was privileged to deliver one paper online, webinar that time. I didn't know anything about it. I have to go and learn. This is my mentor in that thing. It was one we are told, and we are doing the thing, we are communicating, that's going to be this and the following day I was able to do it. 10 people throughout Nigeria are watching the program like if I said I don't know it, I would have messed myself. So I learned it, and that's the process. You learn, unlearn, and relearn in technological advancement. Then artificial intelligence, very important. We are going up as a boss. That's the way we handle our staff that we get the best out of them. That's even a way you manage your boss to get out the best out of them. Emotional intelligence. Then cultural intelligence. They are from different backgrounds. Don't see someone who is not from your culture as someone that can relate with them. Then as a technical officer must be good communicator. If you don't have that skill of communication, you will be afraid to talk. You'll be afraid to write. Then you can't be a good administrator. Learn. You can have some programs, online programs, go and read books. As you are reading, you are practicing it, you become the best practice professional. Then collaboration and team building. No stick and stand alone. You can't say you know it all and your unit are the one who battle everybody. No, you need teamwork. Work harmoniously with the team so that the best can come out. And finally, develop negotiation skills, conflict management. Don't be the one to cause trouble in your office. When conflict, you should know how to manage it, not to escalate it, so that the best from you in that office will come out and totally all of us who are contributing to the development of the university. That's when the money we are receiving can make meaning in our life and in life of our family. Thanks so much for listening to me.
Please, let us give it to him again. Yes, thank you, sir. Before we move further, just let me quickly recognize the presence of Deputy Registrar Affairs Division, Mr. Debola Adison. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to ask the burning questions you jotted down while we listen to our peer. So we'll take probably 5 questions. So yes, question. Okay, we'll take remarks from the audience. We'll take remarks from the audience. So 1, 2. Yes. Well, Mr. Bekilawa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mobu. The chairman, ANUPA, in absentia, will be represented by Mr. Basson. And our guests for today, all the deputy registrars are our guests, and the great colleague, ANUPA. Before I have just 1 or 2 questions, but please permit me to make these remarks. I said the today's guest said at the beginning that he was actually not interested in applying to the 10th National College of Education because he was looking forward to work in a bank or other corporate organization there. But ever since I have known him, I have consistently watched him and started wondering why is this man so consistent in dressing corporately. I now understand. Then my second remark is that when he was speaking, I earlier thought that he was condemning relying on previous information from administrator to properly do his job. But I later understood that what he was telling us is that as an administrator, you must be highly innovative, not just rank zero as many of us wrongly believe. That when you are asked to go back to back or to go and look at how it has been done before, you are rank zero. You shouldn't be rank zero, but you must be innovative. And I thank me for allowing me to have been doing that very well as a member of the presidential division, because a lot of things I met in the bank, but deliberately I will change it. I know he noticed it, but he has never taken it. And I said, okay, that is the secret again today. I've just discovered. And I want to appreciate him for being very meticulous in his speech delivery. Yes, there has been this controversy in many of our meetings, maybe on administrative training, NIM, ANUPA, or something like that, that the use of the term PA is highly irrelevant to this university system. It is in no way written or noted in our condition of service or any other document. And today, it was telling that he was worked with the registrar in the registrar's office. Then, when he was there, all of us referred to him as PA. But when he was talking today, he was so meticulous and said he served him as AR registrar's office. I appreciate you for that. Now, one of my questions is that we have also been able to gather a beautiful idea. Honestly, I've never come across this. And I've just written down that VUCA is an acronym I credit to Tade Adenugba 2024. Then, when I was reading the speech, he said it was opportune to have gathered or reaching governor's speech during convocation, and he was very happy about doing that. And one thing he used to conclude that was that if you are not part of the schedule there, but he took it and did it. But when he was talking to me about how the registrar taught him how to receive visitors, he said the former registrar was wrong. But when the visitor now came in, he will welcome you gladly, and with that, I have to say, when you are giving a responsibility that's out of your schedule, you know, he concluded that don't grumble. I said, no, one can grumble, but don't reject it. Then, can you remember any of your colleagues which you are employed together and start in that first establishment office there? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And actually, you will do fair complaint. I really want to appreciate the for this great opportunity. And my question is, when he was in his chat, rather, he told us that there are opportunities with those he has actually worked with. I mean, the area of rights of meaning and life. That when you write a meaning, there are processes to go through to help vet and the like. I want to ask that can coming officers like we that we are named in this administration, how do we now develop ourselves in case we don't have forces that can help us look into meanings, or when even when we don't have opportunities to attend meetings? When and how do we know how to go about the issue of meanings and the like? Thank you very much.
Sir, my name is Deola Petugas. My question is, those offices you've worked so far, you had challenges there. Let's assume you had the opportunity of being to those offices again. What are the new developments, new ideas you think you put in to change the face of the place? Thank you. Mr. Adega.
Good afternoon, the whole house. Good afternoon, the whole house. My name is Tade Adenugba. Actually, when I saw the information that Mr. Tade Adenugba will be coming to the court each day, I know I will. But there is question I asked during Mr. Ademola when he was called to the hospital. I asked about mentor and mentee. I want to ask you something. A mentor, how many mentees do you have? If you don't have one, how many do you intend to have? Thank you so much.
That's good, sir. Thank you, sir.
I want to appreciate everyone for the question. Let me start from the last one. Mentor and mentee. How many mentee do you have? It will be difficult for someone to point out and say that 10 mentees. You may think you have someone as your mentee, and that person is not actually a mentor. It is who is your mentor is easier to people will know who their mentors are. But your level of mentorship, you may not be able to determine on your mentee. So if you think you are a mentor to Mrs. A, and to her, you are not a mentor, you may be deceiving yourself. So the best thing is for you to determine who mentors you and try your best on your subordinate. Whoever that want to choose to be your mentee cannot choose. Then what are the this one? Can I remember some of our colleagues in then establishment division? Well, I can remember some of them. Incidentally, many of those ones are not here now, but I still remember. One is Tobutuga. Yes, she retired, she married and went. Miss Adeko that now got married to Kubadejo, who traveled out. Yes, we are there together at that time. Late Mr. Dada. Yeah, Mr. Dada, Baba Dada. Yes. And of course, our boss that time, Mr. Efu Oduchiga. Others, we didn't really work together there, but we just became like same time that we are rubbing minds together. Mr. Lubon Ade Sonya, who is also watching me. For your permission, that's my pastor friend. Let's clap for him. Mr. Adenugba Ade was one of them that time. Yes, we are the one that were working together. Of course, when I came, there's one market one I have not mentioned. You know, when I came to submit my application as administrative officer, even that day I wanted to submit for graduate assistant, but I was told there was no vacancy. The person that collected my application and submitted it is also here seated. That was Tade Adenugba. It was when I met on ground and I gave him my application. So when I came into, I met him in the staff, but maybe unfortunately when the staff was split into two, he was a junior staff, I was a senior staff. Mr. Kini, you asked about the issue of minute writing. You know, that's the base of our job. And as administrative officer, if you are not writing minutes constantly, you are not really doing it well. That's why when we have opportunity of serving in policy, we should grab it because it's available for training for us. Now, if you write your minutes and you are looking forward to get it for you, you know your superiors of you know you can give your minute to and of course, not everybody can be your mentor. Some people give your minute to them, there's a way they work on it, they remove this, they put this. Why some give to them, they will cancel a lot of things and write their own again. So you may decide not to give your minute to such person. But the one that will do meticulously, the one that will let you feel that you have idea, then those are the ones that want to mentor you. Look for people who you think can do it very well. Give it to them. Even as the deputy registrar, when I see that, I still give my report, my minute to my subordinate to read for me. And surprisingly, when they bring it back to me, they will see some things that they will have worked upon. Nobody can know it all. So you give to people to read for you. It's, by the time they are reading it, it's not to the glory of that person that vetted it, but your own glory. But if you think you know it all, you write it because you'll be seeing the same idea if you read it 5 times. But when you give to another person who has not written it, immediately you see some area to parade it for you, then before you know it, because a good writer. So when you have opportunity to write, to be a secretary of the committee, do it from the depth of your heart. And when you write your minutes, make sure you give it to people that will vet it for you. When they correct it, and again, we are in some offices, go and take minute book. You also read minutes. Because when I was going, one of those things I did was I will take minute book, I will be reading it. That was when I discovered that if you want to be writing a remark, when you want to also write a remark, no, you can say he observed, he opined, he remarked, all those things. And not from anybody, but the minutes I'll be reading over time. So you reading past minutes will also enhance your knowledge of minutes writing. So when you write it, give it to people that can benefit it from you and you get better. And finally, in case I go back to those places I worked before, what are the innovations? What are the things that I will do? You know, like I mentioned at that time that the environment we are in the Buka, there are so many things, there are so many innovations that would have come into it. If I'm taking back now to students that have to work, there are some things I've learned that I also inject in it. For example, you know, people crowding, you know, the place like that, I will ensure that that one does not. There will be a way to segregate people that want to come and vote, want to come and write, whatever, so that there will be crowd in a particular place. You see them also lying on the street for a whole day. That one will not stop. There should be a way to segregate them. You will come at some time, you come at some time, you come at some time, so that everybody will have the best outcome. There's no way that when you go back to the office you have worked before, there's no way you don't have any new thing to have because you have also grown over over the year. But until you are placed on a particular schedule, you don't really know which innovation you have to employ there. You can't be a generalist, until you are specifically working in a particular place, you may not know what and what to bring that. Because if I'm opportunity to go back to this area, I'm sure there are some new things I've learned that will help me to do the work better than I did it when I was. Thank you very much.
Please let us give you at this junction, let me give the mic to the chairman who will give us his remarks. And of course, in our tradition, the next guest will be picked here now. So, Chairman, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Petula. Once again, I want to appreciate our PRs in house. We thank you for being here with us, and we enjoy your presence. The guest, we learned a lot, and I must say we will keep learning as administrators. You've done justice to what we want to hear from you, and the questions that have been asked, you answered correctly. We want to give it to you. Kindly help us applause him. No, you are just one. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Please, before I make my remark, I just want to put in this too. It's when my other was talking, and he mentioned vocal and the skills that are needed. I'm sorry, when he got to the technology aspect of it, and the line with the question that woman asked, I quickly Googled some of those works, the jobs that will be sustained by 2030. And when I looked at it, you can go into HR is there. What we are doing is there, but with different skills. You can Google it. And that is why I just want to chip it in. Those of us that are just coming up, we have a lot to do. At that conference that we went, that Oga mentioned, it was mentioned there that computers are taking up our job if you don't know. And if you are not relevant with it in the next few years, you may not be there. And apart from that, I think something came out yesterday. Somebody posted, I think from the PR service, they posted something on Sunday, yesterday or 2 days ago, that talks about additional qualification or about training or whatever. Please, hello, help yourself. There are free online courses that can help you as administrators on Coursera. Just put Coursera on Google. Today, many of what we are doing today, just take ChatGPT. People are no longer using ChatGPT now. If you are just to go and write memo now, just bring ChatGPT right there. Memo, ChatGPT. Help me write memo on so, and you will see it right. No, we are saying this because that is where this system is going. Now, by the time our academic counterparts now have access to all this information, and they can do these things without us doing it for them. Then where is that? That was the question that was asked at that point. So please, which means you have to develop yourself. Àwọn pàtẹ́pàtẹ́ ọdún àpàrà tó dá o. Please, we are proud of what you are doing. That's why you want to put in your best. Because the work you are doing now is what you are using to sustain yourself. So please put in your best. Thank you for that. And then we want to see if the electricity take on. Yes. Thank you very much. And in the absence of any other information, our next guest on this table, at this stage, that is sitting down here on the hostage. Thank you very much. It's not that person than one of our guys. We've scheduled him and we have scheduled him. But today, because you know, my chairman needs to say that before we can pick you to be the next person, you must be seated with us. And I want to announce that by next month, by those days, we'll be seeing Mr. Adenuga Award. Wow. Thank you very much. So with that, we want to look forward to our guests, and also we want to please talk to ourselves. Please help us tell some of our other members that are working with you, whether they time for ANUPA program, let them come. Thank you very much.
We have one of our members here that is celebrating a birthday today. We just want to reach out to her, wish her many happy returns. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Thank you. Yes, I want to say thank you for coming. Because let us stay at the school at the end of the program. Thank you. Let us take the school please. Thank you.